what are some ways that you could see originators using AI effectively right now to help them in their business?
I think number one should probably be cutting costs wherever you can. The one thing that I do think AI is going to drive the industry towards is higher volume and lower compensation, just because it's gonna equalize the playing field a lot, and it's gonna tend to concentrate to the higher producers. That's just my theory, but I think you should consider looking at ways that you can leverage AI to reduce your costs and make your operations as efficient as possible. Because I think that the success story of the future is going to be a high volume, low comp per loan sort of model, just because of the way that technology tends to operate. And we've seen this in across multiple different industries, music, movies. I mean, you name it. When technology tends to come in, the marginal profit tends to go down as well. So just one thing to look at. So with that said, I mean, look at the places where either you have operations or you have inefficiencies that you can use AI to improve. So does your appraisal process, is there room to improve your appraisal process and the number of people that are touching that appraisal or reviewing that file? How about on the pre-approval side? How about on the closing side? I also think that the flip side of that is revenue driving. And a lot of people are focused on AI in operations, but probably where you might want to start considering using AI the most is on the marketing and sales side. How can I improve my approach to an agent? How can I be that much more personable and that much more desirable and add that much more value to this specific individual by using AI? So one example of a change we made that we saw, have tremendous outsized results was we used to market to a lot of listing agents, just kind of a blanket. Hey, your listing may qualify for X, Y, or Z because of some general information. So that we had some census tract based programs, and we kind of do a blanket approach throughout the cities that had those census tracts. We wouldn't actually get specific. We'd get very lukewarm responses. Like nobody wants a maybe, if so, we changed it. So we got really detailed and we found these specific homes that would fit those guidelines perfectly. And then we changed our pitch and said, hey, your home qualifies. Talk to us today about how you can market this. Right. And so that change by actually emailing and reaching out to probably, 10 times 1/10 the amount of people that we were previously, we got 10 times the number of responses because people actually wanted to engage with us. So how do you take that and make it with every pitch you have by using AI? How do you make it so that when you're approaching a realtor, you know everything about them, you know what they're into, you know what their values are, you know where they sell, you know what I mean? How are you supercharging your sales process to become that much better at converting? And not just looking at the costs, which I think are still important, but looking at the future of how to sell better.
Yeah. So when you say that it helped you 10x the results associated with this approach, what did you use AI specifically to do to 10x the approach? I didn't quite catch that part.
So in that example, that was not necessarily AI related. It was more so applying more intelligence to our marketing solution. So I guess the next level of that would be not only finding the right listings, but then pairing it up with the realtor's personality and having AI do a scrub of, hey, what are they into? What do they generally sell to? How do we make this? How do we make our email match what they're likely going to respond to?
Yes. Okay. So that's kind of what Scott DiGregorio talked about when we were on retreat together a couple of months ago, or a month ago, I guess it was, which was, as I recall, and fill in the blanks if I miss anything, but essentially, like if you're targeting 20 realtors, you could use AI to first learn about you and go through your social media page and really understand like what your hobbies and interests and all of those things are. And you could actually build it out and share even more. This is the type of personality that I think I get along best with. This is the type of agent whose production would be worth me pursuing, et cetera. And then what you can do is have that same artificial intelligence bot go through the list of the 20 agents that you're targeting, their social media pages, and come back to you with a consolidated and organized list of in order of 1 through 20, here's the ones you should pursue and why, and here are the common denominators that you may want to consider, and here's maybe an outreach initial email that you might want to use, et cetera. Is that what your recollection of the conversation with Scott was?
Absolutely, yeah. And he was going through the Facebook posts and finding things they had in common with, hey, we both have, an interest in dogs or soccer or softball, whatever the case might be. And then finding those connection points to be more genuine with how you're approaching them as well.